Hi everyone.
Hey guys.
We are in Inver Heights and we are at a location here where there was a bridge that was built in 1894 and opened in 1895, and it is no longer in commission. They took it down, but they turned it into a park and have kept a lot of the structure and the history of it. And we used to call it the Rickety Bridge because it was so narrow when you drove on it. It was very scary going next to the cars that was so close together. And it was a double-decker bridge with trains on the upper level and cars on the bottom. It says this was a bridge that stands out in history, a double-decker that spanned the river with rails above and a road below. It could swing open for river traffic many times a day and was one of the last toll bridges in Minnesota. It was also a virtual river crossing for shipments of cattle, meat, and grain, for horse-drawn wagons and station wagons, and even for a famous bank robber. It says the story of this place begins long before bridges crossed the Mississippi River. The site is located on land that was cared for and is called home by the Dakota people and other native peoples from time immemorial. In 1851, 4 bands or council fires of Dakota signed treaties with the United States, ceding all of what is now southern Minnesota, more than 24 million acres. Today, this land and river hold significance for their original stewards, the indigenous peoples of this region. Dakota County acknowledges the past, present, and future relationship between this land and the Dakota people. So it has a lot of history, this bridge.
Did you mention that it's a swing bridge?
Yes, it was a swing bridge that would open to let the river boat traffic.
Barges, boats,
yep,
cargo.
So they took down the bridge, but there is portions of it still here. And the main, I say archway, you would call it. So they call it the Swing Bridge Park now. And they kept the this original archway that we're walking up to now. It's actually really nice here for a change. It's like 75 degrees. I'm not sure what that is in Celsius.
It's hot.
See, if you notice on the top of the bridge archway, it says 1894.
And it closed in 2010.
Or 2009, I think. I grew up a short distance from this bridge. We just discovered this. Is so funny because I haven't been back here for a really long time, and we just discovered it recently. This is a piece of the past.
I don't know if they can see through all the bird poo.
Yeah, yeah. It says sometimes 8 trains a day pass through this archway, some heading east, others heading west. It stood at the west end of the steel truss that swung open for river traffic and closed for cars and trains. When the truss was cut apart in 2009, a few pieces were saved and installed here as reminders of the once great bridge. There's the bridge builders.
Interesting. But here's the gear. Here's the gear that turned the swing bridge.
Oh yeah, it says perfectly balanced. These are the gears that swung the bridge open and closed, typically 20 times a day. Oncoming boats and barges signaled the bridge operator, who waited in a small shack at the center of the swing span. After stopping all road and rail traffic, the operator started the motor that turned the gears that swung the bridge. 2 million pounds of steel were moved by a 40 horsepower motor, about as powerful as a small motorboat. Yes, we are having some nice weather actually for a change here, which is really nice. We have had a lot of flooding. I don't know if you can see this. This has actually gone down now to what it was. Oh, by the way, Did we say Mississippi River?
No, you didn't. It's the old
See?
mighty Mississippi.
Oh, you'll have to excuse me if I start sneezing and sniffing. It's allergy season. Tracks overhead. Most double-decker bridges were built with tracks below and cars above. On the swing bridge, drivers and passengers had the often unsettling experience of crossing the river while a 200-ton locomotive and line of rail cars creaked and rumbled overhead. There's a lineup of cars. It's so funny, I actually remember. Of course, cars didn't look like that. I'm not that old.
And you're related to that person.
Oh, yes.
Who said that? It says, I can remember as a little kid that there would be trains going over. You would be on it and the whole thing shook.
Yes, hence why we called it the Rickety Bridge.
Yeah, and that asphalt used to drip down.
Yep, from the trains going over. It was a scary experience, but
you used to have to, when you walked over, you'd have to hug the sides because of the oncoming traffic.
Yeah, there was actually nowhere to walk on that bridge.
You'd have to wait.
What we are walking on right now, the path, this is actually where the road was originally, what we are on the path we are walking on. And here is a section of the track. Talks about that being flat right here or something or other. Yep, it's finally spring here. There's actually some leaves coming out on these trees.
May 8th.
There's a marina to our left over here. Can hardly see it in there, but
you can see it as you go further.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oops. I hope I wasn't showing the ground too much. I'm having a hard time seeing. It's like glaring off the sun is glaring off of the screen. What kind of tree is this right here? Oh, interesting.
I wanted to say hi to Stuart if he's watching. Give your mom our best.
Yes. We're thinking about you and your family. Oh, we need to tell the story of this great escape. It says, before noon on April 23rd, 1934, John Dillinger and his criminal gang shot their way through a roadblock set by Dakota County deputies near Hastings. Oh wait, I'm trying to make sure this is in the... There we go. Chased by law enforcement, the gang eventually escaped across the swing bridge and headed towards St. Paul. They stopped to pay the toll. In the early 1930s, Dillinger and other gangsters found a safe harbor in St. Paul, where local authorities agreed to look the other way if gangsters kept their holdups outside the city. Following the April car chase, Dillinger made his way to Chicago, where a few months later he was killed by federal agents. See, it used to be a toll bridge. That was before I knew of it. But I really remember this. This is exactly what it looked like.
Yeah.
I remember that. Here's what it looks like.
Except it looked a little rougher than that.
Yeah, this looks like when it was new. Plus it's in black and white here. Yep, it says that this is the road. Oh, there's some geese over there. There's more flooding. There's a lookout. Oh, see, this says 2010. This must be when they closed in 2009 and built this in 2010. Or
that's what it was.
Yeah. A little picnic area. I hope you can see how it looks. It looks really cool right here when you look down it. Now, this part that we're seeing here shows the 1894 to 2010. And this part we're going to first walk on is new from 2010. But we're eventually going to get to an actual part of the bridge, and you'll be able to see just how narrow it was.
It's crazy how many times I crossed this bridge as a kid.
Yeah. And to discover this when just recently
Yeah.
that they did this. The Mississippi actually starts in Minnesota, in Itasca. I've been to the start of the Mississippi.
It's Itasca State Park, right?
I believe so. And we found out that from St. Paul to where?
St. Louis.
St. Louis, the depth, average depth is from 9 to 12 feet. We have Jeff to thank for that. He looked that up for us. I hope I have this.
Camera right down here. Right down here. Look.
You want to say hi? You're on camera.
Hello.
Look right down there.
Oh, I don't see them. There's the marina anyway. Oh, they must have went under the bridge.
That current's really peacefully moving, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't see the geese. And of course, we have the lovely St. Paul Park refinery across from right here.
That's not so,
Oh,
that's
actually,
not
is
so
that St. Paul
lovely.
Park or is that Newport? Is that St. Paul Park?
I think it's technically it's Newport.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Library books you checked out?
Yeah, they're at school. I got the shark attack again. Yeah, I read
And there you can see part of it right there. Not such a great view, but there's some big boats over there, houseboats.
I'm thinking about diving in. We'll have to see.
There's a lot of current in this river. I actually have swam in this river.
Okay, here's the old part.
Okay,
Now we're
yep.
connected to the old.
We are now stepping from the old part, from the new part, I'm sorry, to the old actual bridge.
You can see how narrow it is. Oh, you can still smell the asphalt.
Yeah, you can. It's funny.
See the light? Those are the lights that they use.
Yep, 2 cars would cross here, and then trains going over top.
Hey,
Hi. Hi. This is really cool that they did this, though. You know, I think they wanted to preserve the history of this bridge. Had a lot to do with the industry in Minnesota as well. Back then.
rickety bridge for sure, huh?
Yeah. Stockyards. That's what I was trying to think of, stockyards. Oh, funny.
Be nice.
Oh yeah, I don't want them to, you know what?
At night though, when this lights up, it looks like a city, doesn't it?
Yeah, we used to call it the Emerald City when this at night, this refinery, which is,
It's a horrible thing though, isn't it?
yeah. Okay, we reached the end of the,
Show them how deep, how far down.
they can see down there. Yeah, you can't really see.
See the current.
If you look close, you can see where it used to connect across the river. Right there. And there's that wonderful refinery.
I see a barn down
That thing is now underwater. They used to. Remember that a little bit ago when we were looking at
there.
that thing?
Look, it's going under.
It's under the water. There was like a buoy thing down
The
there.
current is so strong.
There's looking back. Sorry, it's hard for me to see.
Now you have to drive what, 4 miles just to cross the Mississippi
Yeah.
if you want to get on the other side.
Yep.
See, there's Newport, Woodbury, Cottage Grove, out that way.
And this goes to St. Paul Park, Hastings.
That's more south.
Well, that way. Yeah.
Oh, it came back up.
Oh, there it is. Oh, I don't know if I can see it in the viewfinder. There it is, right there.
So this is the mighty Mississippi.
All right, guys, we just wanted to show it to you because we thought it was pretty cool. Share.
Hi guys. Sorry, I look like a psycho. I need a haircut.
Oh my God. Okay, you do not. Oh, you're funny. All right, bye guys. We'll give you a less. No, we don't want to look at that at the end. This way.
Yeah, but Daniel likes that, so
No, I'm sure Daniel doesn't like that. Here, we'll do this view at the end like I was gonna do.
kidding, Daniel, kidding.
All right, guys. Okay. See you in the next one. Bye.
But he didn't show.
What am I not doing? Okay. All right. Bye.